yeah, you guys are having to use like ults to take space back and get better positioning, and it's just not really like effective here. Like, because look how many ults they've used. Literally, they use Valk, and they use Bongo, and you guys have used 4, and you've not won this fight. Like, because even when you like, even if you win this fight, you're then going into the next point 3 ults down. So you're never gonna snowball. You guys need to like do better in the neutral by holding space and being patient, etc. I don't think it's a massive comp difference. Like, I think you can run this comp into their comp effectively. As I said about taking angles, etc., holding space. You need to give the carries in your team time to do stuff, which is like, get your Zarya charged and get your Tracer on the angle, get your Zen in a position where they can spam, like, yeah, you guys just using ults as like get out of jail cards, which is not how they're meant to be used. They're meant to be used like, aggressively, etc., being like, oh, we're on a neutral here, this is how we win a fight. If you use ults, you want to win the fight. You don't ever want to use 4 and not win a fight. Like now. Just... yeah, so as I say, rough now. You guys have got a pulse bomb into 3. Haha, a team has prioritized high ground for once in this map. Look at this. They're holding this. You cannot walk through there. You cannot go high ground. Because even with a Rein, even if you play double shield of your own, by the time you've walked to here, they have spammed you out because they have better, like, they're completely stacked. They have better line of sight on you. You cannot walk main because they will just look at you here. Literally, the only way you can go is under here and then wrap round and take high ground. This is what you guys should have done because it is so easy on this map, especially with double shield. Look at that. Your Zen has no hope because he's just can't get through. Your monkey gets around to disrupt, but your monkey's alone. He's probably gonna get chunked. Exactly. Your Anna's like it just gets funneled through because they can't do anything behind that wall. You guys did. Oh, you did shield. You got one fight. And you don't touch. Yeah. Victory. First point, we obviously like talked about the points there. That's fine. That wasn't too bad. Second point, you guys just did not play your comp correctly. Like, that's not how you. And again, I know your DPS players aren't DPS players, but I'm saying this so that the DPS players in your team can watch this and understand better. Like, you need to be taking angles more. Like, how you beat a double shield, especially if they're stacking in one place, you just take 2 different angles. Even if you split the shields and they have to take an angle each, you're occupying different things. They might be a miscommunication and then you can push on a side. Tanks in the second point, taking high ground, controlling space. I did that bit with Calvin just before there in the last few seconds of that round about just holding that corner. The fact you let the Orisa back in basically meant you had to use 4 ults to try and win a fight and you didn't win it. Like, using ults to win a fight is just like elementary, guys. You should know how to use your ults, etc. So we don't need to go over that. I don't know, it wasn't horrendous. I think there are other comps you could play. You could pretty much just copy their brawl on the first point, especially if they're running double shield. Like, if you can, bait out an Orisa or bait out one of their tanks out of position, it's really works really well. I don't know really apart from else from that really. Like, just get your DPS players scrimming really. I think it probably would have made a difference if you'd had Serpent, Jade, Quiet, etc. playing. That's no offense to the other guys, but actual DPS players usually are better at DPS than supports. I don't know about comms either. Obviously, it's a code, not a VOD, so comms will have to be on you guys to discuss that. Apart from that, though, I think it wasn't horrendous. Like, you guys clearly had an idea of what you want to do, which is good. Like, you weren't playing some wacky ass, what the hell is this comp? Like, you guys clearly realized what your comp was. You just didn't execute it properly. And, like, kind of maybe a couple little, like, micro things for individuals that they don't understand. Like, you know, what part of their character should be doing this and that, etc. But that's stuff we can go over individually if you guys want to, etc. Or you're more than welcome to just talk about it amongst yourselves, etc. If you think you have answers. Um, that is the end of Blizzard World. I'm probably going to do Rialto as well.